Welcome back, everyone. We are here in a new world, a fresh start. I'm gonna start a new series here of modern Minecraft. In Biome Bundle of Plenty world, which combines the open terrain generator preset biome bundle with the biomes of bundle or biomes of plenty biomes and features, which is pretty awesome. So had a it's not over there. Anyway, we're gonna get started here. I've kind of done a range of mods this time, a lot of my familiar ones, but a range that will kind of allow us to do some kind of progression. I'm thinking we'll start with some more of the kind of work our way up the tech tree in a way, right? Instead of just jumping right into the heavy machinery and the oil and all that, we'll get going with kind of our medieval type stuff and work our way up. So in a few mods I haven't used before, so we'll get a fun time exploring those and get to know those. And so I'm going to go ahead and get started here by doing the kind of initial gathering and whatnot. And once I found a good location, I'm not a big fan of the snowy biome, so we'll kind of explore a little bit. And let's do next to I'll explore a little bit, find a suitable place, gather some materials, and then we'll get started on a few of the new mods I got. Anyway, I'll see you here in a little bit. Alright, welcome back. Did some exploring, as you can see here. Kind of where spawn was. Came and explored, found another village over here. Some dungeons we'll go explore later. Some good oil for when we get to that kind of phase, but decided to sit up here in this little valley on top of this mountain biome and gathered some resources so we can get building, as well as started a little farm over here. Now, the farm I have actually additions mod installed, which I haven't played with before. So these little worms started popping up when I started tilling the soil, and it looks like they make it so you might not even need the water. We'll see. We'll play around with those a little bit better, but getting some cotton from Natura. Very, very nice plant to have. You can make string and wool from it. Anyway, just throw this in here. We're gonna get started with our smelter though, because I want to get some tools made. Stop using these standard ones. I've been playing recently on the new 1.18 snapshots, and I miss my tinker tools. Anyway, so we come over here. I've kind of started laying out just where we're going to put our smelters. This isn't the final design or whatever, but I'll finish it out here, finish terraforming, and we're going to kind of build our little base here as we progress from casting tools and all that to getting into power production and later on the industrial stuff. But I'm going to force myself to, like I said in the beginning, to kind of progress more naturally, which will be, I think, more of a challenge for me than I realized because I kept thinking like, oh, I can, quickly go make this and this. Like, oh no, that needs more advanced stuff, which I think is good. It'll force me to kind of use some of this, the mods that I don't normally, or parts of the mods I don't normally use as much, which will be good. So to start off with the smelter, which is what we need for Tinker's Construct, which allows for pretty early on ore doubling, which is nice, as well as allowing us to create some tools. So we're going to place these down. I'm just going to come put over here. Let's do it you need a tank for your fuel. To fuel this, how do I want to do this? I'll put this here, here. See, and now we actually have a functioning smelter. We need to start putting stuff, ores in here. It'll melt them, mix them, whatever. Basically, you need the walls and the floor, and you need to have a tank and a controller. Now, to get those out, we need these drains. So we're just going to put some drains here. And we're going to do them along here. I'll probably put one up here too, actually. But for now, we'll just fill them in. I'll come back and fill this out a little bit better later, so we can get started. We'll do this up. And so now you see I've added another layer. I actually have more spots. So for every block space inside of here that you have, you can add more here. So you can make this bigger. That's probably the size I'll use for now. Make it taller. We might use some automated stuff later in another area, but that'll use redstone, and we're not to that level yet. So to make all these, you need these seared bricks here, which are made by cooking grout in a furnace. Which, if we look here, recipe for grout is clay, sand, and gravel, which gives you 2, or if you use the blocks. And I believe it's actually patternless, so you can put them in whatever. Well, but you get 8. So you cook those, you get the seared bricks. You can then make stuff. So, for example, let's say make the controller. Just down the side like that is a drain, which will need another one of those. Make the faucets where we pour them out like that, and then the bricks like this are just 4 like that. So some more of those. Anyway, so we'll take this and we'll put this here, and we'll put this here for now. Actually, switch those. What I'll probably end up doing is I'll probably put these all along here so I can just quickly fill those out. So what this is, we make casts, we put them in here. We need these faucets to get out. Let's go grab some ores. Oh, some bread. And start melting. So I'm going to use copper now. To put certain ores together, they will actually mix, which we don't want quite yet. That's a iron. So we get these melting, and then we'll start looking at what we're gonna make. What's this? Oh, the other thing we're gonna do real quick. Okay, let's get these going. Let's add some lava here. Yeah, let's get those going. So the other thing we're going to set up is we're going to set up a Railcraft coke brick oven, because it's really slow. It takes a long time to make coke with it, so it's a good thing to get started right away. Even though not quite. So it's going to be a very similar layout. It's just 3 by 3 by 3 tall, but you leave a space in the middle. Like so. So that's that. Now what we can do here, turn our coal into coke. We're going to turn it into blocks first. And like that. And we're going to grab some wood. So you can either put in logs in here and it'll make charcoal and it'll give you creosote oil, or you can put in coke or coal and it will make coke and it'll give you creosote. So it's also another way to make charcoal out of wood a lot more efficiently because it's a 1-to-1 ratio versus having to burn the wood to make coal or to make charcoal. Alright, so you see our copper is all melted. Let's add some more here. These should melt pretty quickly because they're the poor copper and they only give us like 6 ingots instead of a full, or sorry, 6 nuggets instead of a full ingot. See, we have 1 block and 3 ingots. Anyway, so these are the kind of stations we have here. And we're going to actually make another one. Make another crafting station, which is just a crafting table. So there now, these are made by the tool station is a crafting table and a pattern. The pattern's just 2 sticks and 2 planks. And then we need the part builder, which is a log of some kind with the part, and then a plank with a pattern, get you a stencil table. So what we're going to do here is lay this down. Actually, we're going to make a chest real quick. I'm using this wood to make all this stuff because I don't really want pink wood in my. Let's give us a pattern chest. So we come in here and want a stencil table, pattern chest, part builder, and our tool station, which we'll convert this to a tool forge, I think it's called. Yeah, which is just taking 4 kinds of metal blocks, which if you notice, it gives the pattern underneath of what are these wood or whatever these metal blocks are. Same with the wood on the part builder and the stencil table, and then the seared bricks above. So we can make. Oh, see, I used this Acacia wood or whatever. So we're actually gonna sleep real quick, and then we'll come up and I'll show you how we use each of these tables. We'll be right back. Okay, back, and so we're going to take and the stencil table, we take these blank patterns, put them in here, and we can select the kind of stencil. Now we use these to make the parts that we can then cast. So the reason we want to make a tool forge is because we can only make these kind of tools or weapons, and the tool forge brings in a whole bunch more larger ones, like our hammer and our excavator, which we're going to want. So we're going to make a mattock real quick because this thing acts as you can till, so it acts as a hoe. You can use it for digging up dirt, like a shovel, and actually as an axe. So this thing's kind of a versatile tool. So that being said, we need a hatchet head, a shovel head, and a tool rod. So we come in here, we want shovel head pattern, axe head, sorry, not hatchet, and then a tool rod. Now, if we come and we have this materials and new book, you start with it when you spawn in the world. But if you lose it or whatever, you can make it with a book and a blank pattern. And if you come in here, it gives you all the information you need about Tinker's Construct. So, if we come in here, you can look at any of the tools. So we're going to look at this mattock as a hoe, so it tills the ground. It's going to wood, dirt, and plants. And we'll probably do one of these too, which allows you to harvest crops and replant them for you. So the other thing this is really good for is looking at materials. So this will show you all the materials you have available in game, and what properties they give. Now, this book is pretty cool. It's dynamic. So if you have other mods that add different materials that are compatible, it'll actually add them in here as well. For example, you see the Twilight Forest stuff here, the immersive engineering stuff. I will probably be adding in we'll see here. Usually I have some other materials we use, but one of the things I want to use is copper, because copper adds this well established, which gives additional XP, which means while I'm digging or mining or whatever, actually I'm gaining XP, which is nice for when it comes time to enchanting. It makes getting XP a lot better. For kind of our larger tools, we're also going to want this magical wood, which makes it more brittle, but I'm going to let you add 3 more modifiers, which we'll go over the modifiers later. That you can't enchant these tools, so use the modifiers to basically add those kind of enchantments, right? So haste, which makes you mine faster, so it's like efficiency, luck, all that kind of stuff. So, so we plan out what we want to have here. Paper allows us to add another modifier as well, but it reduces the durability, right? So there's gives and takes. So we're gonna do copper, and we're gonna do for the Madoc, we don't need wood and dirt, or the biggest things we're going to be using it on. We don't need like an iron level or anything like that. Now, so we'll probably actually use a stone, because stone makes it so the durability is really down, but you can repair it very easily because you just use stone to repair it. And then wood is also nice, but it has low durability. This ecological, it means it regenerates itself over time. So I think that's what we're going to be doing for our Madoc. So what we need is over here, we've got our 3, so we come over to our part builder. We'll put our stuff in here, and now I can make a wooden tool rod. I'm actually going to make a wooden each of these. Oh shoot. I made 2 wooden tools. You have to put the part here, but you can actually the reason I put this pattern chest here is we can actually add the patterns in here, and we can switch out the patterns dynamically here. So we want an axe head, which we're not going to make it out of wood, but we need it to make a cast, and shovel head, which we are actually going to make out of stone, so I didn't need that either. Alright. And then we can actually make it a parts chest. So if we come in here, that's how we make a parts chest. Which, do we have enough for it? Oh, because these are not sticks, that always throws me off. Let's make that. Make chest. Planks. Some planks. And I'll make oops. Come in here and we will make chest. Put over here. And then put that one down. And it allows us to store the parts in here, right? So now, this also gives us these shards, which you can then use for pieces instead of the full thing, because those parts I needed didn't use a full wood block. So you can make casts in two different ways. So we come over here. We need some clay. So the first way is with clay. It's kind of your first way. Cheap way, but the clay casts, once you cast something with them, they go away. You can make permanent casts later using aluminum brass or gold. So if we come in here, you see you can make casts out of it. Which you can make out of gold, brass, or aluminum brass. So any of those three, but we don't have those right now, so we're going to use clay. To the material you have at the bottom is the one that's going to actually come out of here, so you want to make sure you have it here. So we're going to come in here and we're going to put this axe head here, and we're going to pour the clay over it. It'll cool till it's at progress, and there we go. Now we have a cast. Now if I change it to copper, I pour in the copper. It cools. See, the cast is destroyed. Now that. So if we come here to the tool station, make our mattock. We want the tool rod, the stone, and the copper. And there we go. Now again, this thing is not crazy durable, but for what we need it for, it'll work out just fine. So if we come in here and test this out, it tills dirt, which is awesome. Oh, see, there's another worm. 2 worms. I just started placing these down willy-nilly instead of like strategically planning where they should go, which is obviously not the right way to do it. And we'll figure out if we can pick this up or not later. Axe is an axe, so we come down to the wood. Chop, 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 chop. You're thinking it's going really slow. Why? It's because I've got the tree capitator on. So it uses up durability equal to the amount of logs that are there. So it's not really cheaty, but it makes it so I don't have to climb the tree, which I really like. And it feels more natural than floating trees. Alright, let's sleep. And then finally, as we can see here, it takes like a shovel. And I got experience from just digging dirt. So this is going to kind of be my axe/shovel from now on. Probably use up that shovel just so it's not laying around, or maybe I'll build an item frame or something hanging on the wall. But now we don't need an axe or a shovel or a hoe. There you go, that. Now, when it comes to the tools, I'm probably going to wait and make them out of, I like to make my pickaxe and my hammer, my excavator, well, not my excavator, but my hammer and my pickaxe out of obsidian, because then they can mine diamonds and anything that's tougher than diamonds, like the nether ores that come from Tinker's Contract. So yeah, quick setup on the tinkers. I like to get those going. See, we've done 1 block of oil or of coal in this whole time, so it goes really slow. That's why I said get that set up right away. Anyway, I think next I'm gonna kind of continue to clean up this area here. I'm gonna finish this this little house. We'll go ahead and get some more resources in here. Start. Okay, so I guess to show this off, the ore doubling. If we put in this iron ore, you see I put in 1 ore. Come back in a sec. Let's go get more lava while we're waiting for that. Another nice thing about this area is there's a lava pit over here, which I will get all my lava from. Eventually we might need to mine some lava from the nether or from down in our mines. Over here. There we go. I really like this little valley here. I've got big plans for this. And we'll set up, eventually we'll get to natural cotton there. We'll set up our train system to deliver oil to our base and all that. So we can see how much, fuel we have left. So 1 iron ore, I have 2 ingots, so it doubles our ore there, which is really nice. So I'm going to keep mining and doing what I need to there and gather the resources. Nice. So we can make some of this iron. Let's take this and let's upgrade. I've got enough copper blocks. Take tool station here. And see, it uses the texture of whatever you use. So we'll have a as you can see now, there's the original ones we could do, plus a bunch more. There's crossbows, the hammer and the excavator, which do a 3x3 area, so there's an upgraded scythe and axe, right, which do even more, as well as the weapons. Anyway, that's kind of the basics of Tinkers. I think we covered everything finally, just in time to call it a night. Alright, so another useful thing you can do for here, say you want some obsidian for crafting recipes or building your nether portal or whatever, but you don't have diamond yet, which I haven't found diamond yet. I haven't dug deep enough. You can use the smelter here to make that. So like if you're making another portal, you can dig out and put your lava down and put the water on it so it makes obsidian, but you can't mine it back after that if you don't have the diamond. So what we can do is we can actually take the lava and the water and put it in here, but we can't. This doesn't work. It's trying to melt the lava or the bucket, but it can't. So actually use these drains here. So if I put my water in there, see, I get 1 bucket of water, and I can then put the lava in here, and it combines it into obsidian, which I can then put that on bottom. I can put it in here. So it's another useful thing I use. In fact, later on, once we kind of get the a lava mining operation where we're pumping lava, we'll create a automatic obsidian farm using this, right? Where we can just set up with redstone and some hoppers, and should just work really well. So thought I'd share that. That's how I'm going to create some obsidian tools now, and I'll show you kind of what I do with those tools. Another thing that I'm going to do I'm going to create these drums from extra utilities. Just a stone drum. So we just need some slabs, some bowls, and some blocks. So we're going to make one of these. It's going to make my life a lot easier because I can fill this up and then pick it up and then bring it back over here. That way I don't have to keep running back and forth and getting my lava. So I can place this down up here. I can just fill it up and change its color based on what fluid's in there. If I hit it, the chat will show up with how much is in there. So 2 buckets out of 16. So you can upgrade these buckets to iron, and they make bigger ones. They can hold a lot more fluid, but all I need is this for now. And a stone drum fits well in my progression level. Alright, it's full, 16 and 16, I can pick it up. And it keeps the fluid in it, which is nice. I can make a temporary infinite water source here. Let my bucket down. I can fill this up with water. I can grab lava out of here. Careful where we're placing it. I don't want to actually put lava down. Look in here. 2 more water. Ooh. It's probably building up in the mountains too high. Your water sources are trying to. Oh, there we go. 5 blocks of obsidian. And I can come over here, make a pickaxe head, which costs 2 material. Put my chest there. I'll grab this out here. Put this here. Which I can then make a cast out of. Change this to clay. Which will destroy the pickaxe in, but then I can then take and make an obsidian pickaxe head, which we can use, which will mine at obsidian level, which is greater than diamond in this world with these mods. The other thing I'm not actually ready to do this yet because I want some magical wood, which to make it so I can add more modifiers. Try to use paper as well, which I don't have paper either. So what I need is some leather. So maybe what we'll probably do next is, now that I've got kind of my basic tools, what we'll do is we will go get some animals. We'll start our kind of farms up. Now there's a few different blocks from the mods that we can use to enhance these farms. And we'll lay them out here in our valley. Start kind of setting up where we are and Probably build a little barn or something for them. Make it look nice. That's what we'll do in the next episode. Is we'll get kind of our wool, our leather, all those kind of farms started. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode.